Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, now I wanted to read program number 70. Katame cha bhikkhave. Okay. Katameja bhikkhave asava dasana bahadabha. So according to the content, at first in the paragraph number 60, the Buddha explained, makes detail, how many ways asava can be removed. The first is dasana bahadabha, samvara, patisevana, adhivasana, parivajana, vinodana, bhavana. In 7 ways, asava can be removed. In the 7 ways, according to the list, the first one is explained. Katameja bhikkhave asava dasana bahadabha. Ida bhikkhave asudava puthojano, ariyana adasavi, ariya dhammasa agovido, ariya dhamme awinido. So we start with this paragraph. Katameja. What are those asavas? Katame. Katame asava. What are those asavas? That should be abandoned by the dasana. Dasana bahadabha, we have to understand dasanina bahadabha, by seeing. Dasana bahadabha, dasanina bahadabha. Asutawa. Asutawa, sutawa. Sutawa also you have to decline like a what? Gunawa. Gunawat. Gunawa, guna window, guna window. For the diploma students, it is just only the first semester. You are going to study about that in the second semester. Gunawa, the declensions. Sutawa, sutta window, sutta window. So the suffix is tawat, the wind suffix. Sutawa. Ida bhikkhave asutawa puthojano, ariyanam adasavi. Adasavi, you have to understand, the root is dis. This is to see desati pasati. Desati pasati. This deeds together with the suffix are we. So that's are we. So are we suffix? That's are we. Ariya ne adas are we. Ariya dhammasa agovido I have explained. Govida is skirt. Agovida is a skirt. Winida. Winida is the root is ni. The prefix is we. Winida. So Vinida is the trained or skirt. Vinida. The train or skirt. I think there is one sutta, it is very famous, Rata Vinida. So Rata Vinida is Rata Vinida as a new agenda. The word is reversed. The order of the word is reversed. Rata Vinida, actually it means Vinida Rata. Vinida Rata becomes Rata Vinida. So Vinida Asajaniya Yogde Rate. Vinida refers to this Vinida refers to the Asajaniya. Vinida means trained horses. Trained horses. Rata is a chariot. The chariot yoked with the trained horses is called Rata Vinida or Vinida Rata. Here also, Riya Dhammasa, Riya Dhamme Vinido. Riya Dhammasa Agovido. Riya Dhamme Vinido. Not trained in the Dhammas of the Ariyas, the noble ones. Ariya Dhamme Avinido. He doesn't know the things that should be attended, otherwise fit for attention. Amanasikaraniye Dhamme Nabhajana. He doesn't know the things that should not be attended. So manasikaraniye dhamme abhajanando. Amanasikaraniye dhamme abhajanando. Yedhamana manasikaraniya. Te dhamme manasikaroti. Yedhama manasikaraniya. Te dhamme na manasikaroti. Okay. In the long sentence, so abhajanando. So abhajanando. Abhajanando modifier to the so. Abhajanando not knowing the things that should be attended. Things that should not be attended. He could not distinguish what kind of Dhamma should be attended, should be kept in the mind. What kind of Dhamma should not be kept in the mind. He doesn't know. Because he doesn't know, Yedhamana manasikaraniya. Te Dhamme Manasikaroti. Ye Dhamma Ye Te. You see? Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya Te. Te Dhamme. So Na Manasikaraniya modifier to the Te Dhamme. Because Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya, it is Ye is relative pronoun. So Dhamma Manasikaraniya automatically becomes modifier to the Te Dhamme. So you have to underline Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya is modifier to the Te Dhamme. The Te Dhamme is object of the Manasikaroti. He attends the Dhammas that should not be attended. Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya Te Dhamme Na Manasikaroti. Te Dhamme also modifier to the Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya. The whole sentence Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya, Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya, the whole sentence become modifier to the Te. So for the beginners that will be difficult to understand, but anyway, now you just hear, the way how such a sentence is understood, that will be helpful for the future studies. Anyway, Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya Te Dhamme. Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya Te Dhamme. Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya Te Dhamme. So Ye Dhamma Na Manasikaraniya modifier to the Te. Ye Dhamma Manasikaraniya modifier to the Te Dhamme. So starting the sentence starting with the Ye, or maybe Yo, or Yasa, Yam, whatever, they are modifiers. Modifiers to what? Modifiers to the sentence starting with the Ta. Aniyama, Niyama sentence in Pali, anyway. So without knowledge of the Dhammas that should be attended, without knowledge of the Dhammas that should not be attended. Ye Dhamma Mana Manasikaraniya, Te Dhamme Manasikaroti. In this way, he attends the Dhammas that should not be attended. In this way, he doesn't attend the Dhammas that should be attended. So abhajananto, so is subject. So is also nominative case singular. Abhajananto also nominative case singular. What is the object of the abhajananto? Dhamme. Dhamme abhajananto. This dhamme also modifier to the manasikaraniye. Manasikaraniye is adjective. Manasikaraniyo dhammo, manasikaraniyam dhammam. Now you have already known visesana, visesaya, adjective noun. They should have the same case, the same number, the same gender. Manasikaraniye dhamme, if you change dhamme into the dhammo, manasikaraniyo dhammo. When you change dhamme into the dhammasa, how does it come to be? Manasikaraniyasa dhammasa. Okay. If you change dhamme into the dhammam, how the sentence will be? Manasikaraniyam dhamma. Okay. So manasikaraniye dhamma, it is accusative case, plural form. Abhijanana, without knowing the dhammas that should be attended. Amanasikaraniye dhamme abhijananda, without knowing the dhammas that should not be attended. He attends the things that should not be attended. Then he attends the dhammas that should be attended. He doesn't attend the things that should be attended. Okay, now one more time I wanted to read again. Katameja Baikaway. Okay, Riya name, yesterday I had explained what is the meaning of Asuddhava Bhutojana. Now the next meaning is Riya name Adasavi. Riya name Adasavi, what is Riya? Riya means Buddha, Vijjega, Buddha, Arhandas, Riya persons or Riyas. Riya and Sabbhurisa is the same here. Sabbhurisa also Buddha, Vijjega, Buddha, Arhanda, the other Riya persons. So Adasavi, he has never seen, he doesn't see Buddha, Vijjega, Buddha, Arhanda, the Riya persons. So Sotapanna, Sagaragami, Anagami, Arhanda, Buddha, Vijjega, Buddha, we can take all of these persons as Riya. Others are we also haven't seen or doesn't see. He doesn't see. But there is, like at the Buddha's time, some heretic viewers, heretic persons who doesn't believe in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, they have also met or came across with the Buddha. They have seen the Buddha. Even though they have seen the Buddha, we cannot say Riya and Dasavi. So what is Riya and Dasavi? Even, there is one story. So in the ancient time in the Sri Lanka, there was one Arhanda monk and the other, his disciple. His disciple, he became a monk after he was married. Like after many years he lived as a lay person. Maybe around 50 or 60 he became a monk. So such a person is called Vauddha Papachita. He became a monk when he was very old. So this monk, Vauddha Papachita monk and the Arhanda, they lived together. So one day they are going one for alms. At that time, that old monk means he was 60 years old, but his was maybe 1 vasa or 2 vasas. That monk asked him, so how do we know he is Arhanda? He is not Arhanda. He asked his teacher. So his teacher told him, even if you follow Arhanda, even if you live together with Arhanda, you cannot know he is Arhanda. His master is Arhanda. His master attained the Arhatship. But that old monk doesn't know he is Arhanda. So what the story means, to see the Arhanda means to know their Dhamma. In the commentary also explained like this. If you don't know their Dhamma, even though you are living with those Riya persons, it doesn't mean you see them. You see the Riya persons means you know their Dhamma. If you don't get the Sotapanna Mega, Sagaragami Mega, Anagami Mega, and so on, you cannot see them. If you have those megas plus, then you can see them. Because of this, so in the commentary also explained, like even the children sees Arhandas, the Buddha, but it doesn't mean they see the Buddha. They see the Arhandas. So to see, to be able to see Arhandas or Buddhas, you need to have their Dhamma. Like you need to attain Sotapanna Mega and so on. Otherwise, you cannot see them. Even though you see them in person, actually you don't see them. Riyanam Dasavi. Riyanam Adasavi, it means because they are Bhutojanas, they could not see them. We are Bhutojana, we could not see them. So Riya Dhammas are go with do. Riya Dhamma here means Bodhipakya Dhammas. Satipatthana, Samabhadana, Bojanga, Etipada, Atikiga, Noble Eightfold Path. The 4 Satipatthana, 4 Samabhadana. Like yesterday also I had explained that the Viriya, which has capacity to remove, to eradicate those akusala dhammas, such as samabhadana, 4 foundations of mindfulness, so 480 padas, noble eightfold path, those dhammas, 37 dhammas are called Ariya Dhamma. So Agavida means skillful. Agavida means not skillful. By learning Daya Dhamma, by practicing Daya Dhamma, you became skilled. Those Bodhipakkhya Dhammas. Here is a Bodhipakkhya. 37 Bodhipakkhya Dhammas. So Bodhi means enlightenment. They are indispensable constituents to attain Sotapaddi Magga, Sakaragami Magga, and so on. Because of this, these 37 are called Bodhipakkhiyas. The Bodhipakkhiyas are later you can count in the Abhidhamma Sankha. For example, Satipatthana, Samapatthana, 4 foundations of mindfulness is Satipatthana. Samapatthana is noble effort. So noble eightfold path. These 37 are called Ariya Dhamma. Ariya Dhamme Awinido. We need a trained. Trained in what? In those Dhamma of noble ones. How the person is trained in the noble Dhammas? Vinaya has 2 ways. There are 2 Vinayas, the Vinayas. The Samvara Vinaya, Pahana Vinaya. Vinaya to admonish, so Vinaya is trained or admonished. There are 2 types of the Vinayas. Vinaya also actually the same root with the Vinaya. So admonished. Admonish or Vinaya also, the other meaning of the Vinaya means eradicating. Eradicating of defilements. Eradication of defilements. Abandonment of defilements. Abandoning the defilements. The other meaning of the Vinaya. Abandoning the defilements also the other meaning of the Vinaya. So how many ways abandoning the defilements? By restraint. Samvara. Samvara Vinaya. Pahana Vinaya. By eradication. Maybe the 2 words or maybe it looks the same. By eradication, abandoning the defilements by eradication, abandon the defilements by restraint. Samvara Vinaya, Pahana Vinaya. The Vinaya trained, or maybe by, if someone is trained, why someone is trained to remove those kilesas? When someone is trained, there are 2 methods. Samvara Vinaya, Pahana Vinaya. According to the Samvara Vinaya, you have to restrain your faculties. Like, the first one is, like a Sila Samvara that you have already studied. Sati Samvara, Jnana Samvara, Khandi Samvara, Viriya Samvara. With the 5 Samvaras, if someone is trained, this is also Riya Dhame Vinita. If you are not trained in such a 5 ways, you are not trained, you are not admonished, you cannot remove those kilesas or defilements. Now the next one is Pahana Vinaya. So, Patipasat, the first one is the Dhenga Pahana, Vaikambana Pahana, Samujita Pahana, Patipasati Pahana, Nesrana Pahana. There are 2 kinds of Vinayas. Samvara Vinaya, Pahana Vinaya. So now Pahana Vinaya, how many? 5. So Riya Dhame A Vinido, Riya Dhame Vinido, without A. Riya Dhame Vinido. Someone is trained in the Bodhipakya Dhammas, Riya, the Dhamma of the noble ones. How many ways he was trained? With the Samvara Vinaya, with the Pahana Vinaya. So now we have already known someone is trained according to the Samvara Vinaya. Now we are going to study someone is trained according to the Pahana Vinaya. So Pahana Vinaya, how many Pahana Vinayas? 5. The first one is the Dhenga Pahana. The Dhenga Pahana, the loosely translated momentary abandoning of defilements. Momentary. So momentary abandoning is the Dhenga Pahana. So this Dhenga Pahana also sometimes easily misunderstood, Like a Dhenga Pahana, actually it refers to the, like the capacity of Vipassana knowledges. So this Dhenga Pahana is connected to how those Vipassana Jnanas works. So for example, if you attain Pacchaya Parikha Jnana, if you attain Nama-rupa Paricheda Jnana, yesterday I talked about that, Nama-rupa Paricheda Jnana, at that time you can eradicate the idea of person or Atman or soul. Such a with the Nama-rupa Paricheda Jnana, eradication of the idea of Atman also is called Dringa Pahana. The Pijya, when you get the Pijya Brigahanyana, the Pijya Brigahanyana, what is Pijya Brigahanyana? It eradicates Kankha, we call the doubt. According to the Pijya Brigahanyana, the yogi eradicates the doubt. So what kind of doubt? So, like in the past, was I born or was I not born? Next life, there will be next life or there will not be next life. Such a doubt is eradicated by the Pijya Brigahanyana. By attaining the Pijya Brigahanyana, you removed those Kankha, those doubts. This is also Dringa Bhana. Like if you attain in the Udyabhya Jnana, you and eradicate Nama Dhamma, Rupa Dhamma, Nama Dhamma, Rupa Dhamma, Nama Rupa Dhamma, the 5 khandhas, they are permanent, they are happiness, they follow according to our own wish. Such a wrong notion, wrong idea, can be eradicated, can be abandoned, can be removed according to the Udyabhya Jnana. So, according to the Vipassana Jnanas, the relevant kilesas are abandoned. Such a removal, momentary, such a abandoning, such a eradication is called Dringa Bhana. But loosely translated, momentary abandoning. But as long as you have a Vipassana Jnana, at that time, no kilesa arise. And what I mean is, Vipassana Jnana actually it starts with the Udyabhya Jnanas. While you are developing Vipassana Udyabhya Jnana at that time, you don't have any idea of nature, sukha, atta, supa. So when you have the higher, stronger Vipassana Jnanas, you have a more deeper understanding. There is no Atman also, there is no permanent thing. You completely at the moment of the attaining, at the moment of the developing Vipassana Jnana, you eradicate the idea of nature, the idea of the sukha, the idea of Atman, the idea of the supa, you eradicate. So what I mean is, you can eradicate vipassas. So perversions are the perverted view, vipassana. How many vipassas? Senya, Jeta, Daithi. Those vipassas also make us to see this perversion. According to the senya, according to the wrong view, according to the Jeta, we see anicca as a nature, dukkha as a sukha, unbeautiful, not beautiful, not agreeable, not pleasant as a pleasant. Anatta as a atta. This vipassas creates wrong views, wrong perception, wrong ideas. Those ideas also removed at the moment of the attaining Vipassana Jnanas. Those kilesas are temporarily stopped to being at the moment of attaining vipassana jnana. Such a abandoning of the kilesa defilements is called the dhenga pahana. So vipassana jnana also sometimes is called khanika samadhi. Vipassana jnana associated with the samadhi. Some people misunderstood. Samadhi also is necessary, in the case of the vipassana jnana also. When you are developing, such a, the higher vipassana jnanas, your concentration becomes deeper and deeper. The more, the deeper your concentration is, the higher your knowledge of vipassana jnana rises. But those samadhi concentration associated with the vipassana jnana usually called khanika samadhi, momentary concentration. But actually, this samadhi is sometimes very deep, very concentrated. But we cannot call them upachara samadhi. We cannot call them appana samadhi. Why we cannot call them upachara? Some khanika samadhi is comparable to the upachara samadhi in the jhanas. So why we cannot call those khanika samadhi, even though this khanika samadhi is very deep, very high, very concentrated, but we cannot call them. Why we cannot call them as a upachara samadhi? Because it is not neighboring to the jhanas. So samadhi, higher samadhi is called upachara samadhi because it is neighboring to the jhana. The upachara means neighboring. So it's near. The one samadhi rises very near, very close to the jhana. Such a samadhi is called upachara samadhi. But in the case of vipassana jnana, we don't have the jhanas. So even though the samadhi is very deep, like a upachara samadhi in the jhana, but we cannot call them upachara. We cannot use that name. So in the vipassana jnana also, to develop vipassana jnana also, or when developing vipassana jnana also, samadhi becomes higher and higher, deeper and deeper. But sometimes misunderstood. According to the vipassana insight meditation method, whatever objects come to our mind, for example, the visible object that strike our eyes. At the moment we make mental note, seeing. When the sound strikes our ear, at the moment we make mental note, hearing. So every object, whatever object appears in the mind, we shift, we move our mindfulness to those objects. Because of this, some people think the vipassana samadhi is not deep as a jhana. Actually it is very deep. But the samadhi may last very short time, but that samadhi can see the nature of the rising and disappearing. Without samadhi, how can you see the nature of rising and disappearing? The other day I talked about the 5,000 crore times within 1 second. Those rupas are rising and disappearing. So it is so fast. Even the most powerful microscope in the science, they could not see such a change. But your knowledge, your samadhi must be very sharp. Otherwise, you cannot see them. Because 5,000 crore times, within 1 second, it rises and disappears, rises and disappears, rises and disappears without stopping. So fast, so quick. To see that, your knowledge must be very sharp. Your samadhi must be very deep. So, vipassana samadhi also very deep. But it cannot be directly compared with the jhana samadhis. Okay, now this is a Riya Dhame, Awinido, Dhirenga Bahana. Now what is Vaikambana Bahana? Vaikambana Bahana is abandoning the defilements by power of jhana, by power of the samadhi. I mean the tranquility meditation, by the power of the tranquility meditation. Like for example, if you develop the Patwikasina meditation, for example, Patawi, you make the earth disc, maybe around 2 feet. So in that earth disc, you put the earth powders, the color like maybe yellow reddish color. You look at those, the earth disc, Patawi Kasina. That you are saying like a Batawi, whatever objects come to your mind, you don't pay attention to them. Whatever objects comes to your body, whatever feelings comes to your body, you don't pay attention to them. You don't let your mind to take those objects. In this way, you force your mind to take such a particular object. That is, we call the samatha, tranquility meditation. Tranquility meditation. So, when you get the higher concentrations, because your mind is concentrated on a single object, that may be in breathing or out breathing or maybe other disc. Because of those samadhis, temporarily the kilesa has no chance to rise. Such an abandoning is called Vaikambana Bahana. The Vaikambana Bahana is different from the technique of Vipassana Jnana. Different from the way Vipassana Jnana abandons kilesas. The way Jhana or Upajara Samadhi abandons kilesa is different from the way Vipassana Jnana abandons the kilesas. According to the Vipassana Jnana, whatever objects they arise, you see them, you try to see them. They are anicca, they are dukkha, they are anatta. So by seeing anicca, dukkha, anatta of those objects, we don't take them, we are not attached to them by way of deity, wrong views, by way of lobha, because you are seeing them anicca, you are seeing them unbeautiful, unpleasant, you are seeing them as a suffering, you are seeing them no atman, no soul. You see them, if you see them like this, the kilesa never have chance to be attached to them. Otherwise, if we don't see them anicca, dukkha, anatta at the time, when the objects come to our mind, we will take them according to the lobha. Okay? According to the deity. By seeing them, lobha, dosa, lobha, deity never have chance to rise. This is how Vipassana Jnana removes the kilesas. But according to the tranquility meditation, samatha meditation, we don't let our mind to take them as an object. We don't let our mind to take them, we don't let our mind to wander to those objects. So it is like a, for example, if you have, headache, for example, you use the paracetamol, How the paracetamol works? This paracetamol, directly blocks the function of the brain which feels pain. Actually, the paracetamol doesn't remove the pain. The root cause of the pain, paracetamol cannot remove. Paracetamol only blocks the function of the brain, We feel pain because of the brain sickness. You are pain, you are painful, you are painful. Such a sickness is blocked by the paracetamol. In this way, at the moment, as long as the effect of the medicine, we don't feel pain. Maybe after 2 days, we feel pain again. This is samatha, tranquility meditation works. But the vipassana meditation is different. When we feel pain, we abstain some foods which cause the pain. That we abstain some the way of some postures, way of living, because we don't do the physical exercise, we don't move, we don't walk, we don't do any exercise. At the time, after a long time, such a fatigue effect on the body. As a result, our eyes are not good. The brain, our body becomes aged or painful. So vipassana meditation removes the cause of pain. Samatha meditation, it makes the people not to see them, not to feed them. In this way, the two, the work of the two meditations are completely different. The root cause of the pain is removed by the inside meditation. The pain in the body, removed, the pain is in the body removed by the paracetamol. Similarly, samatha meditation works. Okay, now samujjhita bhana. Samujjhita bhana is eradication of the defilements according to the mega jnana. Sotapaddi mega jnana removes daithi vijikiccha. The Sakaragami mega jnana, it doesn't remove any further defilements, but it makes those kilesas weaker. Tanukkarana, Anagami mega removes kama raga and dosa. How many ragas? 3. Okay. How about the junior students? How many ragas? Kama raga, rupa raga, arupa raga. Raga means lobha, Kama raga, rupa raga, arupa raga. What is kama raga? Desire for Penja Kama Guna. Okay. No? Yesterday I wrote that letter in the whiteboard. Desire for Panja Kama Guna. In Pali you can say Penja Kama Gunika Raga. Panja Kama Gunika Raga. Kama Raga. So Kama Raga is eradicated by the Anagami Mega. So Anagami Mega cannot eradicate Rupa Raga, Arupa Raga. Okay, what is Rupa Raga? Desire to be born. Now, desire for the existence of Brahma world. Rupa Brahma world. Rupa Brahma world. Brahmas are divided to Rupa Brahma. The Brahmas with their form, easily speaking. Brahmas without form, Arupa. The Brahmas, you might have heard, because you are learning Abhidhamma, in our university, the Brahmas are divided to. Some Brahmas have form. The Brahmas without form. Without form, how can you see them? You cannot see them. They have no form. They have only consciousness. Such a Brahma is called Arupa Brahma. The Brahmas with the forms is called Rupa Brahma. How many Rupa Brahma word for the BA students? BA students, how many Rupa Brahma word? I think you have already studied them. 16. Yeah? I think as senior students, no need to answer. I mean that like BA students, have you studied this semester about the Vitimota? Not yet. Have you finished? Okay. Rupa Brahma word is 16. Arupa Brahma word is 4. Totally 20 Brahma word. If someone has a desire to be born in the Rupa Brahma word, is called Ruparaga. If someone has a desire to be born in the Arupa Brahma word, it is called Arupa Raga. So Anagami Mega eradicates only Kama Raga. Because of this, when one Anagami pass away, he will not be born again in the human world, deity's world. He will be born in the Rupa Brahma world. Because he still has Rupa Raga. Now we have, like everyone, Bhutto Janaza have the 3 kinds of ragas, Kama Raga, Rupa Raga, Arupa Raga. Even though we have Rupa Raga, but we cannot be born in the Brahma world because we don't have jhanas. No. Even though you want to be Brahma, but you cannot be because you don't have jhanas. Okay, Anagami Mega eradicates completely, like dosa and Kama Raga. The remaining kilesas are eradicated completely, without remaining by the Arhata Mega. Such a Mega eradicates kilesas completely. Those kilesas never rise again. They never have chance to rise again because they are completely rooted out. So such a eradication of kilesa by way of never returning, by way of never appearing again, such a way of abandonment is called Samucheta Pahana. Samucheta Pahana is the working of Mega Jnana, the path knowledge. So Mega Jnana is the path knowledge. What is Mega Jnana? Sodapati Mega Jnana, Sakaragami Mega Jnana, Anagami Mega Jnana, Arhata Mega Jnana. Okay, now Paripasari Pahana is the working of the Phala Jnana. So Nisarana Pahana Nibbana. Phala Jnana also, he removed, actually, by the Mega, completely eradicate those kilesas. But the Phala Jnana, it doesn't remove again, but it makes, the more effective. So when the turn out the fire, when you extinguish, the fire is extinguished, but you make sure that you pour the water into the ash. Like the work of the Phala Jnana is pouring the water into the ash. It is a Phala Jnana. Nisarana Bahana, Nisarana means the Paripasati means Pasati. Pasati means tranquil. Paripasati, it tranquils again. Pati means again. So So Nisarana is liberation. Liberation is Nisarana Bahana. Liberation is Nisarana Bahana. In this way, we have the 5 Bahanas. The Dhinga Bahana, Vaikamana Bahana, Samucheda Bahana, Pripasari Bahana, Nisarana Bahana. Now you got such a knowledge of the Bahana Vinayas now. So Samvara Vinaya is 5. So Ariya Dhammi Avinido, Ariya Dhammi Vinido. Ariya Dhammi Avinido, he was not trained, not admonished in the Bodhipakya Dhamma, according to the 5, according to the Samvara Vinaya, according to the Bahana Vinaya. Ariya Dhammi Vinido, without he was trained or he was admonished according to the Samvara Vinaya, Bahana Vinaya. So because of this, if someone is called, he is cultured, he is polite. He is cultured, he is polite means Ariya Dhammi Vinido. As long as, even though he wear very beautiful clothes, he use a lot of money, maybe, he is very rich, but as long as he is not trained with the Samvara Vinaya, Bahana Vinaya, we cannot say he is totally cultured. So we, in English also we, nowadays we use a lot, this term many times, mental culture, So meditation is for the mental culture. How can we get the mental culture? According to the Samvara Vinaya, according to the Bahana Vinaya. Now if you don't have a Samvara Vinaya, Bahana Vinaya, we don't have mental culture. So mental culture also explained by the Ariya Dhammi Vinido. So mental culture means trained or cultured according to the Satipatthana, Samapatthana. Okay, now we are going to see the commentary. Look at the paragraph number 17, page number 6. So in the paragraph, you see the Tata Manasikaraniye Dhammi Nabhajana Didi Awuji Dabbe Samana Hari Dabbe Dhammi Nabhajana Didi. So Manasikara is Avijitapa, adverting consciousness. Okay, anyway, because so if we explain about the Manasikara, also we need to have some time. Now we will continue to Yasamabana Imedama, Manasikaraniya, Imedama, Amanasikaraniya, the Dhamado Niyamo Nati. So this sentence also important. So according to the Dhamma, so which object should be attended, which object should not be attended? There is no such a limitation, such a definition, Dhamma. No? We cannot definitely say, this Dhamma should be attended, this Dhamma should not be attended. Dhamma here means objects, are manas. But akara dopana ati. But there is, according to the akara means way of thinking. Way of thinking. For example, even if you see, like, even if you hear or you listen to the Dhamma, if you don't have the yonis or manasikara, Now you are listening to the Dhamma talk, maybe like a pure Dhamma talk, maybe Sutta Dhamma talk. At that time, you don't have Yoniso Manasikara. You might think, oh, this Dhamma talk is very noisy. For example, I don't understand. It's very boring. It's disturbing. Something like this. If you think of like this, it makes you to have unwholesome things, akusala dhammas. Even though you may watch, like maybe a film or some like usually some things they make in ourselves to increase akusala dhammas. But if you have yoniso manasikara, because of this yoniso manasikara, you will have increased kusala dhammas. For example, someone scolds you. The other day also I gave you examples. Someone scolds you, but then now at the moment you just note, or that is the only sound. You don't take, now he is criticizing me, he is humiliating me, he makes me suffering. You don't think like this. If you don't think like this, you just think of this sound appears or disappears. You try to see nature, anicca, dukkha, anatta. Then this object doesn't make you to increase akusala dhammas. Do you understand what I mean? Even though you hear the Dhamma talk, but if we don't have a proper attention or wise attention, that Dhamma talk will give us, because of this Dhamma talk, we will increase, we will develop akusala dhammas. So going to the yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara, what is important is how you think of. The way you think is more important than what kind of object it is. So object doesn't, like at the time of the Buddha also, some Taitiyas, some heretic persons, they have chance directly to see the Lord Buddha. But once they see the Buddha, they are unhappy. They are disappointed. Such a very, very good object. That object actually gives a lot of kusalas. But for them, this object, the object of the Buddha object, creates akusala dhammas. So attention, how you attend, how you think of is very important factor to decide. So according to yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara, we can understand to do the kusala, to develop the kusala or to develop akusala is in your hand, not created by the other people, no external factors. If you want to develop a kusala, you can develop. If you don't want to akusala, you cannot. You don't need to develop akusalas. So yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara, you can say it is totally freedom. This is in your hand. So you can create your own hell. Nowadays, the philosophers say, you can create your own hell, you can create your own celestial abode. Because your attention, your manasikara gives you, makes you to have wholesome or unwholesome. So this commentary's explanation is very remarkable. Yasamabana imedama manasikaraniya, imedama amanasikaraniya. Dhamma do niyamonati. So what is yoniso manasikara? What is ayoniso manasikara? Recently, I have explained. Whatever objects, whatever aramanas do you come across, you see them, anicca, dukkha, anatta, then it becomes yoniso manasikara. Whatever objects you come across, if you see them, Nitya, Sukha, Subha, Atta. Okay, Nitya, Sukha, Subha, Atta. Pali words also you need to recite, otherwise, the Pali words you will easily forget. Not just listening, not enough, Nitya, Sukha, Subha, Atta. Okay, recite 3 times. Nitya. Okay, Nitya, Atta. Okay. If you see them, Nitya, Sukha, Subha, Atta, it is Ayoniso Manasikara. So whatever object comes to you, you can change them into Kusala or Akusala. You can change them. You can change your mind. So when we talk about the mind means, way of thinking. According to your attention, according to your own way of thinking, according to your own wisdom, it will be Yonisamanasikara, it will be Ayonisamanasikara. Okay, if there is Ayonisamanasikara, what will happen? Uppana jiva asawa. Anuppana jiva asawa. Obijandi. Okay, don't forget this one, this canonical text. If there is Ayoniso Manasikara, what will happen? Anuppana jiva asawa. Obijandi. Uppana jiva asawa. Pavitandi. Okay. If there is Yoniso Manasikara, what will happen? Anuppana jiva asawa. Na Obijandi. Uppana jiva asawa. Pahiyandi. If there is Ayoniso Manasikara and risen asawa, taste will rise. The risen taste will increase. If there is Yoniso Manasikara, the risen taste will not rise again. The risen asawa will be eradicated. I have explained very extensively what is Anuppana asawa. Do you still remember? If I ask you to answer, in the paper, how do you answer, what is Anuppana asawa? So what is Uppana asawa? So to understand the text, also actually, it is not easy, We don't need to, we need to all the time to be aware. Otherwise, the texts are not connected to each other. If the text is not connected to each other, it doesn't make sense. It seems like meaningless. So always I make you to connect to the original text. So Ayoniso Manasikara, I have Ayoniso Manasikara, what will happen? Okay, asawa will rise. Okay, if asawa rise, what will happen? So because of Ayoniso Manasikara, asawa will rise. How many asawas? Okay, what does asawa mean? Lobha, deity. So Lobha deity rise because of Ayoniso Manasikara. Okay, the connection is very important. Ayoniso Manasikara and Lobha deity. Lobha deity rise fast, then Ayoniso Manasikara, not like this. Before Lobha deity rise, what is the fast to rise? Ayoniso Manasikara. Because of Ayoniso Manasikara, what kind of things rise? Lobha deity rise. Lobha deity we call in the suttas asawa. Okay, lobha rise, attachment rise, desire rise. Why? Because of Ayoniso Manasikara, Desire rise, deity rise, wrong view rise. Why this desire, why this wrong view rise? Because of Ayoniso Manasikara. So Pinya rise, wisdom, Vipassana Jnana rise. So why? Because of Yoniso Manasikara. So what is Yoniso Manasikara? According to this Suttas, what is the Yoniso Manasikara? We see them. Now, recently we have recited, whatever objects come to our mind, to our, the sense organs. The sense organs are eye, ear, and so on. Whatever objects appear to our sense organs, according to Vipassana Jnana, we realize them as what? Anicca, Dukkha, Asubha, Anatta. If you realize, if you see those objects as Anicca, Dukkha, Asubha, Anatta, then what is that? Yoniso Manasikara. Okay, if Yoniso Manasikara rise, what will happen? Panya rise. When the Panya rise, what will happen? Lobha Deity no rise again. Lobha Deity will not rise. Because of Panya. Asava cannot rise. Because of, so directly speaking, because of Yoniso Manasikara, Lobha Deity will not rise again. Because of Ayoniso Manasikara, Lobha Deity will rise again. According to that Sutta, so Lobha Deity is called Kamasawa, Bhavasawa, Data-sawa. So automatically ignorance and moha included. Avijja-sawa. Kamasawa, Bhavasawa, Data-sawa, Avijja-sawa. Rise because of Ayoniso Manasikara. So who makes Ayoniso Manasikara? You make Ayoniso Manasikara. According to this commentary, Akaropana Ati. Akara Dopana Ati. Who makes Yoniso Manasikara? We make. This is a way of thinking. According to the way you think, there will be Yoniso Manasikara, there will be Ayoniso Manasikara. So actually there is no object that should be attended, that should not be attended. Again, I wanted to read this commentary. Yes, Mapan, I will start with that paragraph sentence. Yes, Mapan, imedama. Okay. Now, Yena Karena Pana, Yena Karena. Okay, now, Yasamapana, Yasama means because. Imedama Manasikaraniya, Imedama Manasikaraniya, Adi Dhamado, Niyamonati. There is no defining, according to the Dhamma, that this Dhamma should be attended, this Dhamma should not be attended. But there is a way, akara, mode or way. But there is a way. Yena garena manasikaraniya mana akusalopati prathana hondi. Tina Karina Na Manasi Kadabba. By that way, Manasi Karaniya Mana Akusalo Patti Pratana Hondi. If someone attends a certain way, which is the cause of rising of akusala, in that way he should not attend. Yena kusalopati pratana hondi. If someone attends in the way, in the mode, which is the cause of rising of kusala, according to that way, he should attend. So, way of attending decides to create, to make yoniso manasikara or ayoniso manasikara. So, yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara is not decided by the object. Yoniso manasikara, ayoniso manasikara is decided by the attention. Your wise attention or your unwise attention. The object, because at the Buddha himself also, like enchanted, by the three daughters of the Mara. Just after he became a Buddha, Mara, he sent his very beautiful daughters. The object is very, this object naturally creates Loba and Deity. But the Buddha already, at the time, he already became Buddha, Arhatship. So those objects cannot move him. It is why Asava doesn't rise because of Yoniso Manasikara. So Yoniso Manasikara, Ayoniso Manasikara, it is not because of object. So you can, even though you see such a such an object which makes or increase kilesas, but you can change your way of thinking. In this way, Yoniso Manasikara rise. When the Yoniso Manasikara rise, Asava will not rise. If Ayoniso Manasikara rise, Asava will rise. So this, commentary explanation is so very, the philosophical, very practical. Yasamabana ime dhamma manasikaraniya, ime amanasikaraniya, di dhamma do niyamonati. So like a Upadesa and Golita, Sariputta and Moggallana, before they became Bhikkhu, before they became disciple of the Buddha, where did they go? They went to the festival, concerts. While they are watching the concert, they got the Samveganyana. They decide to be a monk. In this way, so this, concert, that makes other people to increase asavas. For them, this concert makes them to decrease asavas. But, there is exception for, some people who are beginners, who has no vipassana jnana, no strong vipassana jnana, who has no deeper vipassana jnana, who has no good parami. For them, a concert should be avoided. It is only for some who are very, like the ripe and mature in terms of paramis. For other ordinary people, like if you hear very beautiful song again, your love will increase. I think your Yoniso Manasikara cannot deal with it. Our Yoniso Manasikara cannot deal with it. But by the originally by nature of the Dhamma, Yoniso Manasikara, Ayoniso Manasikara is in our hand. Okay, let's stop here for this morning. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.